Hello everybody and welcome to another episode, if you want to call it that, of Down the Rabbit Hole. Now if you're new to this, these are my theories and musings based on spiritual beliefs, and as always it is a belief system. I'm not saying I'm right, these are just my theories, so if you do believe something different, that is your choice. Now this is a little bit of a continuation from the twin flame reading, you and them reading I did the other day. I'm not going to go through it and say what I said tonight, because you can go and watch it, you lazy fuckers. Anyway, it appears that I have met somebody who's becoming a little bit of a muse for these theories. Reason being is that they come from more of a scientific way of thinking, and I come from a little bit more of a, let's say, philosophical, artistic way of thinking. Yin and yang, one might say. Anyway, after I did these videos, which was inspired by them, we kind of continued the conversation a little bit further. As it turns out, we both believe the same thing. It's just that our language, because one's more scientific, one's more philosophical, kind of just misses the point ever so slightly until you go a little bit deeper. Now, based on this triggered something else. Now, as part of this conversation, whilst I was trying to explain my thought processes on it, I mentioned about how some spiritualists believe that the goal for spirituality is to basically all become one. Okay. And that theory is based on the fact that we all come from the same source code, and so in effect we are all one, the whole you in universe thing. Now, get that, don't have a problem with that, they're right on that point, we all do come from the same source at some point. However, this got me to thinking, these types of spiritualists believe that we are working our way towards coming towards one with source. Now, for me, that's not quite right. Now, I'm not scientific, but I do know that scientists say that the universe is forever expanding. Now, if that is the case, everything in life is about evolution and expansion that we know. So why would we be returning to from whence we came? Now, I fully appreciate that we need on an internal level, okay, we should be trying to connect into source code, because then we get ancient knowledge, we get understanding of things. If you're a bit on the psychic side, it kind of taps you in better. For those who don't know, I don't work with guides anymore. Reason being is I had a false guide, or an entity, if you want to call it that, placed on me for a period of time, and it made me completely lose trust in guides. So I just kind of plug straight in, if you want to call it that. So I bypass all of that. So I feel like I am connected with the source stream. So, like I say, if you're a bit more psychic, I would probably suggest trying that rather than dealing with angels and all that bullshit. Now, I call it bullshit, so bear with me, and we're going to go on a little bit of a theory, okay? So, if like me, you believe that the light and the dark are just tools, okay, and you believe that the light has, the light tool is being corrupted and manipulated by, I can never remember which one it is, so apologies, either Enki or Enlil energy, one of the original Anunnaki scum, that the Christians and the like all worship. Then, yeah, the point being is, right, the spiritualists that I know that go down this kind of more, and it is more love and light type road, they basically worship and preach to the light, which is Enki / Enlil, depending on which one it is, I can't remember. Whether they realise that or not. Now, this belief that we should all be kind of coming together and coming as one and living in this bubble of light, surely means it's stopping progression, because that's not expansion, that's retraction. For me, like I say, the light and the dark are tools. They are tools to be used. And the way you use it is through duality. So for me, this concept that we should all be returning to one isn't right. Because in my belief system, source code at the top, as far as I know it, there could be more than that, just wants information. I see it as a giant megalomaniac supercomputer that is just energy, and it just wants information. Now, if we're all retracting back, it's not going to get any more information. That's it. It's like you've kind of pulled the plug on the video game. So surely it's not about all becoming one. Surely it's about continuing to expand and evolve and grow and stuff like that. So yeah, that was just my theory on it, really. You know, you can have a different theory if you want, but it's, you know, it just kind of, you know, like I said, these conversations, they've triggered that in me. And I just, again, I can't see why that would be the point. You know, it would be kind of like reverting back into the womb of a mother. No, you're here to learn and understand and evolve, both on a human level and a soul level. So, you know, be it all that we come from the same creator, fair enough. But why would we all be returning back there? So for me, that just kind of supports this theory for me that it's not about eradicating the dark. It's about pushback, hitting equilibrium. Then we will go up a level, okay? And then there'll be, as they say, new levels, new devils. So yeah, just a thought. Thought I'd get it out there. You know what I'm like. Anyway, I'm going to say ta-ta for now.